The Collegio San Carlo Foundation in Modena, Italy, is the heir to the Collegio dei Nobili, or College of Nobles, founded almost 400 years ago. The foundation is a GLAM institution. Its patrimony consists of archival documents, ancient and modern books, works of art and artisanal production, cloth, sketches, photographic plates, and multimedia materials. It also includes the building which houses the college itself and also the Church of San Carlo. This is a uniquely varied collection born of this location and which continues to grow to this day. It is the collection itself which poses the question, who will take care of it? How can we give a voice to such a diverse set while respecting the unique nature of each part and whose records follow such different criteria? Let's take an example. In the 1770s, Bonaventura Corti, a scientist from Reggio Emilia, was called to Modena to be the rector of the college. We have a portrait of Corti, and he wrote many papers that are in the archive. He taught generations of students, among whom the Marquis Agostino Pareti distinguished himself. He was in charge of the Theatrical and Musical Academy of the college, among other duties. In this example, both Bonaventura Corti and Agostino Pareti are connected to several records. However, each record is set up according to the criteria of its own catalog type. These two persons are, above all, real men, however we encounter them in relation to the archives, whether as authors of documents or as persons mentioned in documents, as authors of printed works, by being mentioned in other publications, or by being the subject of a dedication, or as patrons or subjects portrayed in works of art. It became necessary to overturn the research criteria, beginning not with the single document, but from the questions that one asks at the first view of any document. The questions are the same as ever: who did what, where, and when. These questions allow us to develop connections among persons, documents, and materials without affecting the original catalog record, which maintains its uniqueness. The result is already visible in part today while under constant revision. It is a cultural heritage that is open to full exploration, cataloged using scientific criteria, and also built with search tools that help to identify broader connections and discover the bigger picture. The expert user is the one to ask these questions and then to explain the nature of these connections and these actions. This last step is the true nature of research, which can yield new knowledge. With all the stories their documents can tell, the Collegio San Carlo Foundation saw the chance to begin to trace these storylines and weave narratives out of documents in the paper and digital archives, old and new. And so began the digital library, Histories, Pathways, and Counters. Every story is built on a narrative which has solid and traceable connections to the sources. These are directly accessible to the user. Ancient or modern, on paper or digital, the sources bring structure to the story as they also point to infinite possibilities of further research, new content, and new stories. How can we make every single document searchable, whether on paper or digital? Only the careful work of expert curators can identify the metadata that define the document. The work of adding metadata to the documents in the Collegio San Carlo archive is part of the larger Ludovico project at the Interdepartmental Center for Research in the Digital Humanities at the University of Modena and Reggio Emilia. The Collegio San Carlo Foundation has been a part of the Ludovico project since 2020, along with many other local archives.